Let us now proceed with the system of equations. We recollect that there was a notion of consistent, inconsistent, and trivial, non-trivial solutions, and so on. So first, we would like to understand how do I solve a system. I'll try to explain it using the idea of 3 by 3 matrix, 3 equations in 3 unknowns, and then from there build on the ideas. All right. So the first idea that we have is what is called the row echelon form, or the Gauss elimination method, which you have already seen earlier. So I would like to do it once more for the sake of clarity. All right. So let's try to solve this example. All right. So example, try to take some time and understand it because it's very, very important. So I have to solve the system x plus y plus z is equal to 4, 2x plus 3z is equal to 5, and y plus z is equal to 3. This is an easy example, but we need to understand it. All right, so let's go step by step slowly. So I define my B0 as the first augmented matrix. All right. So this turns out to be equal to, let's look at this. So the coefficient of x, if I look at it, is 1 here, 2 here, 0 here. Coefficient of y, if I look at, turns out to be 1 here, 0 here, 1 here. Coefficient of z is 1, 3, and 1. And the b part is 4, 5, 3. Fine. So I would like to understand this, what am I doing? Fine. So generally what you do is that when you want to solve it, you would like to use something and then make it. All right. So here it turns out that I can just look at the third equation minus first equation minus the third equation and get my answer directly. All right. Fine. In the sense that if I just remove it, so if I look at here, x plus y plus z is equal to 4 and y plus z is equal to 3, I can just do minus 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 and I can get x is equal to 1. Plug in the value of x in the second equation. So I can look at here 2x plus 3z is equal to 5. So I'll get 3z is equal to 5 minus 2x, which is same as 3, implies z is 1. And once z is 1, you can see that you will get that y is equal to 2. So there is a way to solve it. Fine. So, but I don't want to do that. I want to go systematically. All right. So let's try to understand systematically what I have. All right. Fine. This was just a heuristic argument. Looking at the problem, I can get my answers faster. Fine. But that may not happen for the general setup. So let's go one by one, try to understand it. Fine. So my first equation is x plus y plus z is 4. 2x plus 3z is equal to 5. And y plus z is 3. Fine. I've written it just like that. And this is your B0 corresponding to that B0. All right. Fine. At the next stage, what I would like to do is that I want to do second equation minus 2 times first equation. I want to look at this part. All right. Fine. So once I do that, what will happen is second equation is 2x plus 3z. Sorry, 2x plus 3z is 5 minus 2 times the first equation. So I get 2x plus 2y plus 2z is 8 minus it. So minus 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 2x cancels out. I get minus 2y plus z is equal to minus 3. All right. This is what I get. So I want to understand it. Can I get this for this system as such? All right. So what I see here is that I'm looking at second equation minus 2 times the first equation. So let's try to understand it. I have this identity matrix, which is a 3 by 3 matrix for me. In this one, I do the same thing here. What I do, I look at the second row minus 2 times first row. I will do this. So if I do this, I would like you to see here that what I'll get is that the third equation, I'm just replacing the second row. I'm not doing anything to the first row and to the third row. So first row remains as it is, third row remains as it is, and the second row is being replaced by the second row is this, minus 2 times the first row. This is what I have, and which turns out to be minus 2, 1, 0. So I want to replace minus 2, 1, 0. I want to look at this matrix. What does it do? All right. So let's try to understand. So define, so let B1 is equal to this matrix that I have got, which is 1 minus 2, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1. I want to multiply this to B0 and I want to see what it is. Fine. So I would like you to see that the first row of this matrix is 1, 0, 0. So the first row remains as it is. So I'll be left out with 1, 1, 1, 4 itself. Third row of this part 0, 0, 1. So just multiply it. You will see that you'll get it as 0, 1, 1, 3. And since I'm doing minus 2 times the first row plus 1 times the second row, it will turn out to be whatever I have here, that is 0, minus 2, 1, minus 3. I would like you to verify this part yourself. All right. So what I'm trying to say is that whatever I am doing, whatever idea I have here for the system of equation, I can achieve the same using matrix multiplication. All right. So that's important thing is whatever we are doing for the system of equations, the same can be achieved through matrix multiplication to the augmented matrix. This is very, very important. I want you to understand it. All right. Fine. So you can see here that at this stage, my equation is x plus y plus z is equal to 4. So the first equation, there is no change. Second equation, I changed to minus 2y plus z is minus 3. This is what I have. Third equation remains the same, y plus z is 3. All right. To do my calculation easy, what I can do is that I can interchange the first two, the second and third row. All right. Second and third equation. So I can have my equation as x plus y plus z is equal to 4. I can take my y plus z equal to 3 as my second equation, and minus 2y plus z is equal to minus 3 as my third equation. So I would like you to see that B2, I can get B2. So I'm interchanging the second and third row. All right. Second and third equation are being interchanged. All right. So let's interchange the first and the second and third row of the identity matrix. So first row remains as it is of the identity matrix. The second row becomes the third row, and the third row becomes the second row. This is the interchange of second and third row of identity. Fine. So apply this to B1. I would like you to see that what you'll get here is the same thing. That is this sequence you'll get. You'll get here 1, 1, 1, 4. Then you'll get 0, 1, 1, 3. And then you'll get 0, minus 2, 1, minus 3 as such. So you'll get back the same thing. So we are able to multiply matrices to the augmented matrix and proceed. All right. The next stage, what I can do is, I can look at the next stage. So next stage, I can use third equation plus 2 times second equation. All right. So I have to look at the third row is being replaced. I'm not doing anything to the first and second. So the first row remains as it is, second row remains as it is. I'm looking at the third row. So this corresponds to the third row. Third row of identity matrix is this, plus 2 times the second equation, means second equation means second row. So this is the identity matrix that I have. So this gives me 0, 2, 1. So I just put here 0, 2, 1 here. Multiply this with B2. So this is my B2 part. So what is B2? 1, 1, 1, 4, 0, 1, 1, 3, 0, minus 2, 1, minus 3. I would like you to see and calculate here that this remains as it is because I am just multiplying by 1, 0, 0. This also remains as it is. And this, if I want to look at 0, 2, 1, multiply 0 times the first row, 0, 2 times this is giving you something, 2, 2, 3, 2, 2, 6. And then 1 times this is giving you -2. So 0 is here, 0 is here, 1 and -3. So just this cancels out. You get 2 plus 1 is 3, 3 here. So you get 0, 0, 3 and 3. All right. So what I'm trying to see is that we are getting these matrices with us, which are very nice in some sense, that we'll see why they are nice, that I'm making statements. But once I have got this equation, from this you can imply that 3z is 3, implies z is 1. And this I can use this in the second equation to get y is equal to 3 minus z, which is same as 3 minus 1, which is same as 2. So I get the value of y also. From here, what I can see is that I had x is equal to 4 minus y minus z, which is same as 4 minus y is 2 here, and minus 1, which is 1. So I've got the solution, which was obtained earlier also. All right. And you can see here that I have got the same things here. Fine. So the answer cannot change. But what I have done is that in place of solving the system of equation, I have put everything in the form of augmented matrix. And then I'm trying to multiply by matrices. What are those matrices? If you see, what exactly we have done is I had identity matrix. I have interchanged exactly one. So there is a change of only one row here. Fine. Exactly one change. The second row has changed, nothing else. All right. Here I have interchanged the two rows. All right. And here also I have just looked at the third one. The third row has been replaced and nothing else. Fine. So I'm doing these things. I would like to understand these matrices. So what are these matrices? Let's copy it and try to understand it. So my first matrix was this. Copy, paste. All right. So what I would like to see here is that I want you to understand that this is -2 and things like that. And I would like you to understand that if I multiply this, I want to get 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1. So the first row will remain the same. Third row will remain the same. And second row, if I do, it was -2 here. So I just have to write 2 here, 1 here, 0 here. You can see that this, I get this part. All right. So it turns out that this is an invertible matrix. Fine. Similarly, the other matrix that we had was 1, 0, 0. I had interchanged the third and the second row. Fine. Just multiply this with itself. 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0. You'll see that you'll get it as 1, 0, 0. You'll get back identity here. Fine. For the third one, try it yourself. So what we are saying is that whatever matrices I have computed here, that extra computation that I have done, all right, matrix multiplication, 3 by 3 matrices, which I obtained through exactly one operation, all right, to the identity matrix. These are all the matrices are invertible matrices. That's important. Invertible means I'm able to get back. All right, that's what I'm looking at. Fine. This is one thing. The other thing I would like you to understand is that in this process that I have done, I have got something. In the first row, if I look at after first calculation, I have got this as something which is non-zero, and the rest of the entries here are 0. All right. So look at the first non-zero entry in this row. In the first row is 1, and every entry below that 1 is 0. All right. Look at here. Fine, I have done the interchange, and at the next stage, if I look at, so earlier I had already this. I have created this again here. This is 0 as such. All right. And this is the third one. I have this. All right. So there are what are called, these are called pivots. I'll just tell them what they are. And I would like to give the definition of what exactly I am getting. So this matrix that I have here at the last stage, this is called the row echelon form. So let me just write it out. So what I'm trying to say, fine. So just let it be like this. So definition. So let's look at, let A be a non-zero matrix. Let A be a non-zero matrix. If it is zero matrix, I don't have to do anything. It is just 0 itself. then in each non-zero row, all right, non-zero row, that's important, non-zero row, the first non-zero entry is called a pivot. The first non-zero entry is called a pivot, all right. Or sometimes we also say that this is a leading entry. All right, so we are trying to understand solving system of equation using systematic method. So I'm just doing it systematically, all right, fine. So for example, if I look at this matrix for us, 0, 3, 4, 2, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 2, 1, then the pivots are, this is a pivot, this is a pivot. So the pivots are marked or be boxed with this. Fine. This is what we have done. This is important, all right. So definition of what I'm trying to say, definition of what is called REF, all right. Row echelon form. So echelon basically means a staircase, all right. So I'm trying to look at rows into a staircase. I want to build that a staircase of different sizes and things like that, but I want this. So let's look at the definition. A matrix is in row echelon form or REF or ladder like or staircase type, whatever you want to talk of this. One, if the zero rows are at the bottom. So this is very, very important. The zero rows are at the bottom. So if you see here, this one, zero row is not in the bottom, and therefore this is not in the row echelon form. All right, fine. Two, if the pivot of the I plus 1th row, if it exists, it may not exist, all right, if it exists, comes to the right of the pivot of the ith row. And third, every entry, if the entries below the pivot in the pivotal column are 0. All right. So this is very important. All the three conditions are very, very important. So let's try to understand by example which one is and which one is not. All right. So example. So let us look at this matrix 0, 2, 0, 4, 6. All right. 0, 0, 0, 1, 2, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Fine. So I can see that this is a pivot. This is a pivot. And the important thing is that if I look at this thing here, first row comes here, and then there is a staircase like this, and I am getting this staircase. Is that okay? Let's take some more example. Another example, 0, 1, 2, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, or say 4 here, 5 here, 0, 0, 0, 1, or say 4 here and 0 here. All right. So I have this matrix. Again, if I look at, I have this as my pivot, this as my pivot, this as my pivot, and this is the staircase that I am looking at. Fine. Is that okay? So I would like you to look at some examples and see which are and which are not. For example, now if I look at this example, 0, 2, 4, 1, 2, 0, 0, 1, 2, 4, or say 0, 2, 4, 0, 0, 1, 3, 5. All right, fine. So if I look at the definition of the pivot, then the pivots are nothing but this is a pivot, the first non-zero entry. This is the first non-zero entry. This is the first non-zero entry. So there are three pivots. But look at the presence of this thing here. So I am coming here, then coming here, but then from here I am going back here and things like that. All right. And so here I need to go back and then look at, so not a staircase. Pivots do not form a staircase. That's important. So let me write that. Pivots do not form a staircase implies not in REF. That's very important. All right. Similarly, this matrix that I had taken, 0 is not in the bottom, so this is not in REF. All right. Not in REF. All right. So what I would like you to see is that you can create these matrices for yourself. For example, this matrix 1 0 0 0 0 1 0 4 0 0 1 7. This is again in RREF. In REF. Why in REF? Because my pivots are, these are my staircase. Fine. So this is the things I have. So just create all of them for yourself and try to understand it. Take some examples, say it, because these are very important. So what I'm trying to say is that these are called pivotal columns. Look at the entry below those pivots, they are 0. So this is a pivot, 0 0 is there. There's a pivot, there is a 0 here. Same thing happens here, 2, there is a 0 0 here, 1, there is a 0 here. If you look at here, there is a problem because below the pivot 2, 3 is there, which is non-zero. All right. So there is a problem here. Even if I put it at 0 here, I still have a problem about the staircase. All right. So even then I have, so even this matrix that I'm trying to talk about is 0, 2, 4, 1, 2, 0, 0, 0, 2, 4, 0, 0, 1, 0, 5. This is also in not in RREF. All right. Fine. So there's a 2. So I'd like you to just take some time, understand it. We'll have a better version of this, what is called the row-reduced echelon form, after understanding something more. All right. So that's all in this lecture. Thank you.